I just read the first 50 pages of Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall, and here are my thoughts so far. First things first, Alexis Hall is great at pacing. I love authors who are able to really concisely have a scene and land on a cliffhanger every chapter. Suzanne Collins is also really great at this. Luke's character, when we meet him, is definitely someone I'm interested in following. He is an underdog of sorts. He is the son of a reality TV presenter who used to be a famous musician, and it sounds like a famous musician actress. And he is kind of struggling with the aftermaths of their fame. Like in the first chapter, he has this really kind of awkward meet cute with this guy at a bar, and he's really paranoid that the guy might be writing a story about him or that he's going to get papped, which is when the paparazzis take pictures of him. And spoiler alert, he does fall into a gutter and get his pictures taken by the paparazzi, which sort of launched the events of the story. Now, I will say that Luke so far is like not my favorite just because he's a little bit too I know some people find this trait kind of like very quirky and endearing, but he's so like overly concerned with how he is perceived. Maybe I don't know what, maybe I need to like psychologically investigate that. Maybe I'm like projecting an aspect of myself that I don't like. But so far he's not my favorite character, but main characters don't have to be likable, and he's very well written, and I think that's the main thing. I am super invested in his friend group. I feel like that was the section thus far that I was like most excited by. I also really liked, I believe it was in chapter 3, when we're at his workplace. So he works at this like environmental conservancy place for dung beetles, and there's this very like posh guy named Alex that is trying to help him with his dilemma, which is that because these paparazzi photos have leaked, and this is kind of like a conservative environmental agency, they might lose some of their big funders unless he finds a suitable boyfriend. It's kind of like a silly setup, but if you read it, it would make sense. And I liked their banter between him and Alex. I thought Alex was a very endearing character, and I loved when he meets up with all of his friends at a bar and they are all playing off of one another, trying to come up with who they can get to date him because he's a hot mess express. And that was probably the most exciting part so far for me. I've just gotten to the point where the guy that they're setting him up with, he is like just arrived at the bar. So I will provide updates on what I think going forward. But so far, I would say that this book is really nicely paced, really well written. The character sketches are excellent. I'm not fully sold on our protagonist yet, but that's totally okay. I'm definitely not one of those people that thinks like I don't need to like the main character. I mean, I loved Girls on HBO. It's one of my favorite shows, and Hannah Horvath is like insufferable. But I love her, would die for her. She's amazing, even though she's fucking crazy. But yes, loving this book so far and so excited to talk to you more about it. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you have enjoyed it, and I would love to talk in the comments. Okay, bye.